ICTV and STB teams, good morning. Last night, the Russians launched 69 attack drones at Ukraine, most of them Shaheds. The Air Force shot down 34 drones, but unfortunately 32 drones hit 9 locations. Fragments from the downed drones also damaged people's homes in the Odessa region, with the roofs of 2 residential buildings and a garage hit. Fires broke out, but according to the regional administration, there are no reports of casualties. There were also several strikes in the Chernihiv region, where the enemy used drones to attack one of the enterprises. A fire broke out at the enterprise, which was extinguished by firefighters. In the village of Rokitne, a man was injured during the night shelling. The enemy was actively attacking the Kharkiv region. Over the past day, the Russians attacked 6 settlements in the region. Civil infrastructure facilities and private houses were damaged and destroyed in the settlement of Zolochiv and in the villages of Horyane, Ruski and Tishki. In the city of Lozova, 10 private houses were damaged. In the Sumy region, a pensioner was injured by a drone strike. The Russians continue to strike residential buildings. In total, 31 settlements in the region were shelled. The highest number of strikes was recorded in the Sumy and Shostka districts. The Russians dropped up to 20 aerial bombs, the same number of explosives from drones, and struck 10 times with multiple launch rocket systems. Civilian infrastructure, houses and cars were damaged in the Sumy community, as well as other civilian infrastructure facilities. A 75-year-old man was injured during a drone attack on the Malo-Mikhailivska and Vasilkivska communities in the Dnipropetrovsk region. This was reported by the regional military administration. The victim received medical assistance. Fires broke out, and a private house, an enterprise and infrastructure were damaged. In the Nikopol district, Nikopol and the Pokrovska community came under drone and artillery strikes. In the Pavlograd district, in the evening, drones damaged a private house and outbuildings. Dnipro is recovering after Saturday's attack. The Russians struck the city with missiles and Shahed drones. 3 people were killed and 12 injured. Some are in hospitals. All are in moderate condition. The infrastructure is devastated. An apartment building was destroyed. In 2 entrances, apartments from the 2nd to the 6th floors were destroyed. People who lost their homes will be relocated. Emergency work was only completed yesterday evening.
These are the scenes of rescuing people whose apartments were hit by an enemy drone. Some residents were trapped on the upper floors and could not leave the burning building on their own.
Who has a child? Bring the child here. I've got you.
Ms. Lydia was at home at the time of the attack and hid according to the 2-wall rule. Her apartment is on the 2nd floor.
The house shook a lot, it trembled violently. And then smoke poured in, fire, all of it, chaos. Well, basically, we all quickly gathered what we had and came out here to help.
The combined enemy attack nearly took the lives of Hennedy's loved ones as well. They are recovering after the tragedy.
Bricks came flying right into the bedroom, onto the bed, nearly killing my son-in-law. It just happened that way. The blast blew out the window, shattered the glass. Everything on this side was thrown out.
The emergency rescue operations were completed the previous evening. The bodies of 3 victims were recovered from under the rubble. Some of the injured are currently in medical facilities. Doctors say their lives are not in danger. Even volunteers from other cities helped the wounded and injured.
Within just 2 hours, we were here on the scene, even assisting to evacuate people from under the rubble. There were also many frightened local residents, so we provided psychological support as well.
For those who have lost their homes, the city authorities will provide financial assistance for at least 3 months, compensating for rental housing costs. The urgent issue now is to quickly equip and provide heating for the homes.
The preliminary report says that at about 90% we will need to dismantle not 72 apartments as previously thought, but 54. So it will not be 2 entrances, but 1.5. We will act as a territorial community. For now, we will compensate the cost of renting housing for at least 3 months.
Due to the attack, the city's infrastructure has been damaged and power outage schedules are in effect. Kristina Vengelia, Uskaite, Denis Sinehin, Fakta ICTV, United News.
It was a hot night in Russia, with explosions and fires breaking out in several regions at once. In the Republic of Tatarstan, Kazan came under attack. Local residents are posting photos and videos online of the bright blaze at the previously attacked site. The chemical plant Kazanog Synthes. There is also information about a strike in the Kursk region. A substation in Korenevo was targeted. There are reports of explosions in Voronezh, allegedly in the area of the local thermal power plant. Something also detonated last night in Hvardiska, which is in temporarily occupied Crimea.
Nuclear energy and technology as a topic. Exercises in Europe were successful, so this is a signal to Putin.
NATO has a reliable deterrent, stated Secretary General Mark Rutte. He assured that the alliance is ready to defend European countries from any threats. Rutte noted that when Russia uses boom, NATO has a powerful nuclear deterrent, and Putin must know that a nuclear war cannot be won, so it must never be started. Rutte plans to more actively inform Europeans about the alliance's nuclear capabilities so that they are aware of the reliability and strength of NATO forces. The paratroopers of the 7th Rapid Reaction Corps of the Air Assault Forces will prove their strength. They launched a challenge for everyone interested. The condition is to perform physical exercises for 7 minutes. The program was developed by serviceman Yedyni Novyny. It is adapted for everyone, even for children. There is already feedback, say the organizers. A huge number of people joined the campaign because its charitable goal is to support the soldiers. More details coming up.
The paratroopers of the 7th Rapid Reaction Corps of the Air Assault Forces started it. And even children joined in. Prove your strength and willpower. This is the motto under which the challenge from the military to civilians is currently taking place. Both adults and children took part in the event. Mikhailo is a student at one of the Dnipro lyceums. Together with his friends, they formed a team and recorded a video of their 7-minute workout. What was the hardest part?
I think it was the burpees. Overall, we had 3 exercises plus the plank, push-ups, squats, and burpees. Nevertheless, we managed to do it.
The goal is simple, to support our defenders. And another participant in the challenge is ready to repeat the soldier's exercises more than once, even though he doesn't like holding the plank.
I want to say a huge thank you for everything they do for our country, for the fact that we can speak Ukrainian. And take care of yourselves.
It was the soldiers themselves who decided to start this sports challenge. It tests strength and endurance, as well as team coordination.
To show that our military is not only about direct combat and war, but also involves a huge and important layer of social work that is carried out every single day, often behind the scenes. The goal of this particular challenge is to further promote service in the Air Assault Forces as well as in the Rapid Response Corps and to highlight their essential roles in particular.
The exercise routine was developed by a serviceman who is also a manager and trainer at a sports club. He began his journey in the armed forces of Ukraine in the Kharkiv direction, followed by Donetsk and Kherson regions. Yedyni says that everything is designed so that people work with their own body weight. The challenge is adapted to last 7 minutes.
This routine was designed so that anyone, regardless of gender, could do it anywhere, whether in a field, in a gym, or just at home with a big group of friends, without using any equipment. A lot of people are getting involved. What I really like is that school children are joining in.
To participate, you need to gather a team, complete the set of tasks, post it on social media, and register on the challenge landing page. Winners will receive unique gifts from paratroopers, stylish t-shirts, and military trophies from the Pokrovsk direction. Kristina Vengeliauskaite, Denis Sinigin, Faktiki TV, United News.
The Volyn National Guardsmen have presented the Helios unmanned aerial vehicle unit. Its fighters have successfully carried out combat missions in the Zaporizhzhia direction and are now destroying the enemy in the Pokrovsk direction. Most of them went to defend the country at the very beginning of the Great War, mastered the operation of combat drones, and are now ready to share their experience with those who want to join the unmanned systems forces.
This is a military unit of the Helios unmanned aerial systems of the National Guard of Ukraine. One of them is a fighter with the call sign non-stop.
It's something new and I wanted to try it and develop myself.
He used to be a welder but became a scourge for the enemy. He joined the military in 2022, as soon as Russia launched its major offensive.
As a conscious citizen, I stood up to defend my country and am making my contribution to its development and preservation.
Non-stop quickly mastered operating combat drones.
This is a Matrix 30 drone. It is used for aerial reconnaissance and also to boost the signal for FPV. This is a Mavic 3T. It also performs reconnaissance and drops.
He and his comrades tested their skills on enemy targets in the combat zone, and when they hit the target, the feeling was incredible.
It gave me a certain confidence in myself that I bring something special, that I am bringing some benefit to the country, helping to drive out the enemy.
Even though the enemy was lurking everywhere around them, the hardest part is getting to the positions and making it out alive and unharmed, says the unit's driver, Vladimir. And often, that was no easy task.
Landmines, yes, that's the most dangerous thing right now because you might not even see them. They sit and watch, and as soon as they spot any vehicle movement, they launch projectiles that immediately chase after the car.
All the fighters in the Helio unit have combat experience and have destroyed many enemy targets on the front line. They fired at enemy vehicles and tracked every move the enemy made.
The enemy was approaching our positions with an assault group. We spotted them. They hid themselves inside a drainage pipe, trying to stay out of sight. I threw a grenade in there, and as a result, 2 of them were blown up and the pipe itself got a bit collapsed. It was a quick but intense moment.
The creation of the National Guard's aviation complex unit began back on the 23rd, and it was recently presented in Lodz.
Our UAV unit, Helios, is a team of specialists who work every day on the cutting edge of the technological front. It was equipped with certain means of destruction. They are fighting so that Ukraine becomes independent and sovereign.
Currently, the unit's fighters are destroying the enemy in the most difficult Pokrovsk direction and are calling on those who are ready to destroy the enemy to join their unit. And comrades with combat experience will teach you everything. After all, victory is hard, daily, exhausting, and teamwork.
Driver, sapper, drone operator, communication specialist. The more of us there are, the better. We need to repel the enemy, to give them an obstacle, a worthy response.
Katerina Kurbanova, Pavlo Lisivnenko, Fact ICTV.